The JA organization, I think, was formed somewhere around the early 50s. And I think Paul Schaefer, the former CEO and chairman of Fort Wayne National Bank, got on the board, I think, in 53. And then he was concerned that the organization had taken on some debt, and he was very concerned about whether it would survive. And lo and behold, Paul borrowed the money personally to pay off the debt for the JA organization, and then he continued on the board for many, many, many years, and I think served over 50 years. In the case of Northcrest, we own the building, I believe, but we lease the land and some of the parking spaces from the owner of Northcrest. I think Phil Napke was helpful in putting that all together.
We were building and adding on and putting money into a facility that was not ours, and I think that became a concern as we got into 2012 when I joined.
So when was the decision made that a new facility should be in the offing?
When we're in New York City, I think the light bulb went on that said, well, wait, here are Lena and the team's receiving a national award, and yet I don't believe the majority of the Fort Wayne region knows anything about that, nor do they know the prestige that this program had back then, even in 2012.
I think the board had the vision to build something new, and we know it takes funding, and it takes people to believe in that. And Vicki and me have been blessed with the wherewithal to be able to give back. So we thought this investment here was very important, and we hope enthuse others and get others to want to invest the same way. And we think that was a great catalyst for it.
The minute Don Steininger located this land, and we began to go forward, and we put a billboard out here to feature people's pictures that were giving money. I can't tell you how many people came by that billboard and said, hey, I saw your picture on Coldwater.
The realtor owned it. I can't remember his name right now. His price, I think he was asking $700,000 or $800,000, something like that. We'll give you $550,000 as is. We know it's a mess. He looked at me and he said, Junior Achievement. I said, that's who it is, Junior Achievement. He said, you know, I can't think of a better user. Boom. There's no question that the reputation for JA is what made it. If I was going out and trying to do all this for XYZ, there's no way. You can't do it. But when you have an organization with this reputation, it just, people really want to be a part of it.
Both my mom and dad were big supporters of JA, and he was totally amazed with what was going on here, and with Lena's vision helped see what JA could really become, saw what it was but knew it could be a lot more. They made sure for us as their children to know that JA is one of our top organizations in Fort Wayne that we will fund.
We had so much admiration for Ian and Mimi and what Ian did for Fort Wayne and this community that we thought, what better honor could we give to Ian and Mimi than to let this building be named after them.
Jim and Lena in particular said, what's next? And I think the story is just as compelling.
Lena came to me, first of all. She was going to put gnomes out there. Well, I don't know if we could do that. Anyhow, that's how it started. That was her idea. So then we just grew from there, and my gosh, what we ended up with is amazing, beautiful. And we're not done yet.
Many, many businesses throughout this region were started with one thought, one concept from one individual. If we memorialize those in different ways, it's easier for the students to see themselves potentially being a starter, an entrepreneur with the next big idea.
It's been what now, 3-4 years since we started 3DE, and I think it's just been a huge success given the first couple of years with Northside and Snyder and going to the national competition and having some wins in the first couple of years, and now we're the only system in the country where all 5 of the schools in the community school system are involved in 3DE. We owe a debt of gratitude to the Jorgensen family, particularly Ovi, who put up the first $100,000 to get the foundation formed and started. We have both restricted and unrestricted funds in the foundation today.
The genesis of the money all along, I believe, was to supercharge this organization when it needed it.
Yeah.
there again, that's what's made this organization so special and unique, back to the founders of those dollars that put those first dollars in. It is the reason why we had the courage to start down the path of thinking bigger and better.